Hey guys, it is time for another subscriber mystery box video in which a subscriber sends me a box of art supplies, then I create art with those art supplies. And then as a thank you, I send them back the original art I created and a bunch of other goodies. And today I have a box from Harrison, so thank you so much Harrison for sending this box my way. This is actually the last box for round 1 of this series. If you're curious about the rules for this and how to enter, I'll have a link down below. Here's what the box looks like. Let's open it up. One of my rules is to not send food, but I forgot to specify that at the beginning, so Harrison did tell me there is food in here. But that's my fault because I forgot to put that as one of the rules at the start. Ooh. Wait, am I opening this up from the bottom? I think I am. You know what? Let's flip this over. Okay, there we go. I thought the other side was the top because it had the customs form on it. Here we go. The second reveal. I see crinkle paper. Okay. Note. Okay. Hey Baylee and YouTube, I am Harrison, a 14-year-old artist from Colorado, USA. You can see my artwork on my Instagram account at Harry Draws, and the A is a 4. Thank you so much for giving me this awesome opportunity to send this mystery box. I hope you enjoy what I decided to send, and I can't wait to see what you create. Side note, but thank you for being such a great inspiration. I've been subscribed for about 2 years now. I love all your content so far and can't wait to see how your channel/art grows. Enjoy and have fun with the box. Harrison. Ah, that's so sweet. Sorry. I just really like this series. I really enjoy this video series. I'm getting a little excited. Okay. Oh, extras. Do I save the extras for last? Art supplies. Oh, and it says open because I'm supposed to open this. These are a bit random, but I hope you enjoy using them. I can tell a lot of time went into this packaging. Should I just rip it open? Maybe. Oh my goodness. Baylor Rowney. Inks. Yeah, acrylic ink. Ooh, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. And then this one. That was in the color magenta, by the way. And then we have... Oh. He's thick. Doterific. Makes the most terrific dots. There's a big and small end. Oh my god. Yeah, they have a round tip for making dots. Okay. That is so cool. I've never even heard of this thing. You know what? Let's just open this extras thing now. It's right here. Let's just open it. Yeah, well, this is the candy. This is the food he's talking about. Yes. I mean, no, don't send me candy. But I still will eat this. Reese's Peanut Butter Egg, Ghirardelli Dark Chocolate Square, a Snickers, and Baylee J collection. Hold up here. Hold up. Oh, sad to tear it open, but yeah, I gotta do it. Oh my god. Are these little stickers? I think so. There's me! And there's Kiki, phone, Twitch, Midna, Twitter. What? Twitter's trying to fly away. Instagram, YouTube, and a Copic. I love these. Aw, that is so cute. What I've been thinking of doing is making a sticker book, because I have so many stickers I love, but I never want to stick them onto something, because I'm like, well, what if I throw that item away? Or maybe I just want the surface to stay clean, and I was just thinking yesterday, I should just get a sticker book, and I can stick everything in there. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So then we have this one here. Actually, you know what? Let me just pull everything out. So we can put the box aside. How much stuff is in here? Some paper. Okay. Then I'm going to use the box to hold all the packaging. Okay, so let's check out the paper. It says, for paper, I provided the Canson XL watercolor paper. It was sized with 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11, 2 sheets of 5 by 7, and some smaller sheets for swatches and thumbnails. Perfect. Then we have this guy. Note on inside. Oh my goodness. I decided not to limit your color palette but give you more creative freedom. I hope the watercolor gives you a fun challenge. This is a huge set. Holy. Artist Loft watercolor pan set, wide spectrum of brilliant colors. There are 28 in there. Wow. Then this guy. It seems you have recently had experience with these. They are lightly used, but I hope you do not mind. What is it? What is it? Feels like a pencil tin. Yes! Some Staedtler Mars Lumograph pencils! A huge set too! Oh my god. I'm eventually gonna have to do giveaways with some of this stuff because it's so many art supplies, like more than I could use in a lifetime. This one, these work similar to watercolor pencils. You can lay them down and then add water to create a wash. Ooh, these are Tombow water-based markers. Very cool. I can hear Kiki scratching at the door. I kicked her out of here. I was like, Mommy, let me in. I think I only have one other Tombow product. It was the one in the Jazza box. Is this it? Yeah, this one here. Oh, is this one also dual-ended? Oh, it is. So yeah, is it exactly the same? Yes, it is. Ah, so I've never actually colored with them before. I only had this black one for outlining. I think you can figure out what these are for. I do like how they're vague enough. They're like, well, what is it then? You know what, I'm just gonna cut the tip open. Oh! I made sure to feel the tip to make sure nothing was there before I cut! But I snipped the very tip of the paintbrush. Just the tip of one. Okay, it's fine. It looks like it didn't do much. Here we go. Holy crap. Harrison, you're giving me so much stuff, like a billion pencils, a billion brushes. Oh yeah, the brush looks pretty good. It's mostly unscathed. These are also by artist Loft. There's a good variety of sizes there. Ooh. All right, now for the last one. These are some of the drawing/art necessities. Oh my god, I see Joy-san with these, but I've never tried one. I think these are the ones I see her with. Maybe, it looks familiar. Stabilo or Stabilo 0.88, fine 0.4, a little outline pen. I don't think I've ever tried this one before. And then a Bic blue pen, nice. Kind of almost ripped that in half. I'm just destroying everything. Ooh, we have a jelly roll and a pencil. I also did update my rules for round 2, being like, okay, you don't have to include a pencil or eraser, because initially I was like, oh, I want it to be where I can only use the supplies in the box, but then I had to make some allowances, like, okay, well, I'm allowed to use a light box, and now I'm thinking, okay, people don't have to send me like a pencil and eraser, I can just use my own, but since there is one included, that's what I'm going to use for this video. All right, there's everything. Thank you so much, Harrison, for spoiling me with all these goodies. There's so much I could do with these. There's so many options. So the first thing I had to do was swatch the supplies to see what they're like. I started off with this little dabber thing because I was so intrigued by it. And it's so cool. It has a spongy tip and you can mush it to make dots, and even the very thick side can make very fine dots. It's very cool. And then I quickly tested out the other ones, the little Stabilo pen, the blue pen, the pencil, and then that black smudge is for the jelly roll pen, which I'll write on later. I just wanted the black to dry. And the Tombow pens and the inks here. The magenta ink is just so vibrant. Oh, I loved it. There's the jelly roll. And then finally testing out the paints. And a lot of these are super pretty. Like the pink wasn't super pigmented, that top one, but a lot of those other colors were so nice. And the struggle with all these supplies is, how do I incorporate all of them into the art? Like I can make it work, but some of them aren't going to get used very much. And it feels like a waste or just a missed opportunity because there's just so many options, you know? So I ended up going with an idea that heavily involved the pencils because we had all these coloring supplies, but then also this huge set of pencils. And I thought it'd be really cool to have one section of the drawing that is a grayscale pencil drawing, and then the rest of it is super bright and colorful. And that way it'd be a neat contrast. And I decided to go with a woman who is very frustrated. She has her hands up on her head. And to me, that just symbolizes all the thoughts that go through my head all the time, because I swear I just cannot get my brain to shut up sometimes. And I just have a million things to do that are on my brain all at once. It definitely helps if I write it down in a planner and say, okay, well, these are the things you just have to worry about today. But then if I miss even one task, I start to stress out, and I don't know. It also makes me think of just other conflicting thoughts, or maybe you have a lot of people giving you their opinion on something and you're just trying to sift all the ideas and you're just trying to say like, oh, be quiet, like too many thoughts, too many ideas. all coming in at once. That's how I think of this. I mean, you can have your own personal interpretation for it, but in my mind, it's just too much noise, too many thoughts, need to clear my brain. And so the background is going to be all the colors and the character is going to be in the pencil. And I thought I would add a bunch of fun, bright shapes too to the background so that there's this huge contrast not only between colors but between style and mood. So she's frustrated, but then there's fun shapes around her, and that's to signify all the noise coming in. But it just helps give that contrast. Plus, she is this fancy pencil rendered section, and it's semi-realistic versus cartoony all around her. So it contrasts in many ways. I didn't want to dilute that acrylic ink too much because it was just so vibrant and gorgeous, and it's much more pigmented than the watercolors, and so I wanted to maintain that vibrancy. And I feel like it helps add a bit of depth too, because we have the diluted watercolors, then the inks, and then later on I add more shapes on top, and so it gives it that depth where the stuff in the background is a little more faded looking. I didn't have a specific reference photo for this other than for the nose and mouth. There's the scrunchiness of the nose and shape of the mouth. I had reference for that, but then just kind of winged it for the rest of it. I tried taking pictures of myself, but none of them looked right, and I even looked up pictures of people with their hands on their head, and none of them looked how I wanted it to look, so I just made it up on my own. And then for the hair, I decided to keep it mostly straight because in my mind it's almost like it's wet hair. It's not, but it's hair that's just kind of in your face, sticking to your face, so even her hair is bothering her. And it actually gave me some Azula vibes. If you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, Azula just goes full on crazy and her hair's hanging in her face. It made me think of that when I started drawing it, so I thought, ooh, that's good, that's the vibe we want here. But I also wanted her to fade into the background somehow and not just have harsh cutoff points for her wrists and her neck. And so I did add squiggles, you'll see in a little bit. There's squiggly bits to the end of her hair, some scribbles. It's not meant to be curly hair, it's meant to just fade her into the background a bit, but also be chaotic. It just needed that energy to help it feel more dynamic and, like I said, chaotic. I feel like that's the perfect word to describe how her hair is going. I mean, really, that can describe the whole picture. Now, really quickly, I just want to plug my Twitch channel because I've changed up the schedule once again. I used to do live streams every weekday, but it was just taking up too much of my time. I'm back to the every weekday streams, except they're shorter and earlier, and they're workout streams. Just something to get me out of bed earlier and be more active. I've been playing DDR and Ring Fit Adventure so far, so if you would like to come and watch, the link is always down below. It's twitch.tv/BayleeJ. Oh my god, Ring Fit Adventure is so fun, and it's such an intense workout. Oh, I'm already dying. I just played it once and I was like, oh my god, what is this? This ain't Wii Fit, no siree. So that's technically 4 days a week. It's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, because Wednesday we already have a creative stream where I usually do something related to my online store. And then there are the weekend streams, which are usually on Sundays, but not always, and I play video games on the weekend. So at this point in the drawing, I started adding some marker bits on there because I needed to add some shapes. So I had the 3 colors of markers, and I also incorporated some of the black pens we had. So there's that big thick boy, and there is a little Stabilo pen. Oh, and the ballpoint pen and the jelly roll. I used all of those, just added a bunch of shapes. I tried to make a lot of the lines going towards her to draw your eye in towards her, but some of them are going other directions too, just to change it up. And the bottom left-hand corner got a little too crazy. There was too much of the pink because I had previously sketched out some of the shapes on my iPad just to plan out what kind of shapes could go in there. And I had this orange bar in the bottom left corner. And so I drew that in, but I didn't factor in that my splotches in the background could interfere with that because the pink's really close to the orange. So I ended up going in with the white gel pen to color back in a lot of white area, but it mixed with the ink color a little bit, so it made it light pink which is the original watercolor underneath that ink. So it worked out. It worked out. It was a good save. And as we're approaching the end of this video, I want to thank Harrison again for sending such an amazing box. I'll be sure to package up your return package really soon. I definitely think my favorite item was the Thick Boy pen, the little black dabber that made the dots. It's just so fun to use, and I haven't ever tried anything like that, so I had a blast with that. I had a blast with all of it, really. This was a very fun illustration to do. I hope you guys like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. I got the Shane and Jeffrey palette, so that's gonna be my next video. I'm gonna make art with it. Woohoo! Yeah, get hyped. All right, see you later.